Hi, this is Alka, and welcome back to my channel. You know, this Trump deranged syndrome is getting a little out of hand to the point that some comedian is afraid that if she does jokes about Trump overseas, that Trump won't let her back into the country. Um, JoJo Siwa made jokes about Trump. She goes overseas, and guess what? Did he block her from coming back into the country? Heck no. You're just being ridiculous. I mean, unless the jokes are really that good, or they're really that bad, depending on the eye of the beholder on these jokes. Anyway, it says comedian Nikki Glaser worried that she could not be allowed back into the country for Trump jokes. She's minutes later wondering, oh my gosh, what if I said gets recorded and sent out? By Gabriel Hayes, Fox. So stand-up comedian Nikki Glaser said on Wednesday that she is worried that making anti-Trump jokes while touring abroad could prevent her from being allowed back into the country. Really. During a recent interview with Time magazine, commentator or commemorating the outlet's 100 list, excuse me, I don't know why I said anniversary, Glaser said she fears that anti-Trump jokes she made while doing stand-up in Canada could have led her being blocked from returning home. Really? Oh my gosh. What if I said gets recorded and sent out? Maybe I could not be let back into the country, she told Time deputy editor Kelly Conniff. I don't know these names too well. So Glaser, who was named Time's 100 Most Influential People of 2025 list, mentioned that while she didn't usually get too political to avoid alienating fans, she was heavily criticized President Trump while she was doing her show in Canada. In Canada, it was fun and I let it fly. It was really good, she said. However, the entertainer minute and second-guessing whether the anti-Trump material was smart move. She recalls a recent incident involving a comedian friend of hers who has been entering the U.S. from Canada. I have a friend, Jenny Fryman, who posted on Instagram that she was performing in Vancouver, and when she came back, costume asked her what she did. She said she was a comedian, and they asked her if she talked about politics, made fun of the president. The comedian stated. This is TSA? Or whatever it is. I don't know. Somehow it smells a little fishy. And I don't mean the fish in the East River. Freeman, a comedian and former producer on the Comedy Central The Daily Show, it figures, shared on Instagram early this month that she was questioning about political jokes when she returned to America from Vancouver. She wrote, just a head up to anyone traveling internationally right now, I flew back into LA from Vancouver last night, and the U.S. Custom agent asked where I was in town for, and I told him I was in town performing comedy, and he asked, do you make fun of politicians? Freeman continued, it was a piece of change, and I got through, but be careful out there, knowing your rights, and proceed with caution. Oh, come on. Now, if I was a comedian making fun of Joe Biden when he was president, would they ban me from coming into the country? Nope. During the Time interview, Glaser noted that Freeman didn't face anything more than the questions, but noted how uneasy it made her feel about her own material. They let her go, but they asked. I was not trying to be alarmist, but I definitely don't think that I am immune to having some kind of backlash or that I could put some kind of list because of some story I posted, she said. Look at the other places that have dictators. You are not allowed to say bad things about them. U.S. Customs and Border Protection did not immediately reply to Fox News Digital request for a comment. You know, sometimes these folks make up a lot of stories like if you're going fishing and you caught a fish this small, but you exaggerated how big you caught it. And you see my fingers disappearing, right? Yeah, it could be an exaggeration. Because if that was the case, you would have heard it through the media. Because the media would have reported right away, oh, comedian Freeman was stopped at the customs because he made a horrible joke, oh no, a good joke about Trump, and she was arrested and prosecuted. And please. Especially somebody from Comedy Central. Exaggeration is most likely. Suppose Gabriel Iglesias made a joke about Trump or Biden. Are they going to stop him from entering the country? No. Ridiculous. Now, if you joke about chocolate cake, everybody be on the floor laughing. So, if you're going to make jokes about Trump, make sure they're good jokes, okay? And don't worry about it. If Jojo Siwa could come back and forth to the country without getting in trouble for making a joke about the President of the United States, you shouldn't be having a problem either. So this is Alcan saying so long for now, and don't forget to stop. And no, I'm not going to tell you what Jojo Siwa was joking about.